Hi guys. I'm sorry. That was so bad. How did you do that? Magic and stuff. Oh no. Ew, there's mosquitoes. Suddenly, there were not mosquitoes before. Ugh, you bring death. You bring mosquitoes. There's actually like an insane amount. Like there were 0. Now there's like 4. But that's 4 too many. It's 4. It's so bad. I don't know why I think it's bad. It's just like I don't want to get bit and stuff, you know? I don't want to get bit and stuff. There's all kinds of I was just gonna quote that the Taylor Swift performance where she says like there's all kinds of people getting bit by snakes out there. I don't know if you guys saw that, but you probably did because everybody has. So, yeah. I just have nothing going on. I was gonna like sing a song after this video, but I thought I'd talk to you first. You know, I thought I would talk to you about what? About starfish and stingrays and dogs and cows and wheelbarrows and fire and clothes hangers and seaweed and grass and trash cans and tennis courts and a lot of things that don't really matter that much, I guess. I mean, some of those might be cool, but like, you know, what do they do? Ooh, they do stuff. Like, I feel lively, like, I feel like I have energy. But, I don't know. What do I have to say that ends up in a YouTube video? Not a whole lot. I just wanted to talk. But really, it's not going that well because I should have had an idea, shouldn't I? I should probably do that. Like, shouldn't I start thinking of ideas before the YouTube video and then making a real YouTube video? Because these are real YouTube videos, like they're on YouTube. But what kind of effort is it to just turn on a camera and talk and not think it through beforehand? I don't really know. I've been thinking a lot about how technology is probably ruining people's lives. Like, I feel like, I feel like there's too much, I don't know. I like technology, and I have a pretty good perspective of it. Like, I feel like whatever the soul learns from technology is what they take with them, but I also think there's some souls that can be so strong that, like, after they leave Earth, they basically get to keep, like, an iPhone or, like, a computer or something, not like a physical object, but they can, like, mentally, like, create it, but, like, their mind can create something that is like a hologram that you can physically hold. So it's like a piece of glass, but it's like a hologram piece of glass. So it's like as tangible as a piece of glass while you're holding it, but it's really made out of holograms. So then you feel like turning it off. It's like in your third eye, right? Like, I feel like you can just feel like you turn it off and then it goes away and it's completely gone. But then you're like, okay, like, I'm gonna like manifest it again. You have it, you pick up where you left off. And I think they're green, but they don't have to be if you're not that cool. I don't know. I kind of made it up. I like completely made it up, but like I made up the idea that they literally had them on the Titanic. Shout out to my own song. I literally shout that out in my own song. But yeah, if you wanted to find it or whatever. But like, whatever. So I also made up the idea that they had it like for the pyramids of Egypt and stuff like back then. Like I just made up the idea that like the pharaohs could like a little computer, like a little phone that they made with like their own like third eye though, like their own like magical energy. Yeah, I just thought that would be good, you know. So I kind of made up the idea that like you have to be insanely strong though, because to know if you'd be able to do it, you'd have to physically, like you can't. Because I don't know if there's people who, like, I just made up the idea it was real, but I think it actually is real. Now that I made up the idea, I believe it. So I didn't even get that anywhere though. Like the idea downloaded to my brain while I was scrolling through TikTok. So I was like, oh, so like social media does do good stuff for you. I guess if you have like an obsessively active third eye or whatever, I think it's just, I don't know. I don't think I'm the only person who thinks like that at all, like by any means. I think a lot of people think like that. There was an ant or a mosquito biting me at the same time. And I can't believe they would do that. Like, they just love me. Obsession. Weird. I don't know. I feel like things are like getting me. So yeah, basically I don't think technology like is damaging to the soul, and I don't really believe that like robots are coming to get us, but I know that some people can like believe that. That was a weird sentence. I know that some people believe that, but I also think that I don't know why. I don't know a lot about all the theories. Just people think like robots like set things on fire and then kill everybody, like as they should, right? Do you see that mosquito? It's a mosquito. It was a mosquito trying to get attention out there in the world. Oh my gosh, like calm down. Nobody even wants a mosquito right there, right? Or do they? The other mosquitoes are gonna love that. If there's a mosquito watching the video right now with you, it's gonna love that. So yeah, basically because I made up the idea about that, like I kind of didn't think technology is like that evil, but lately I'm like, it's like my brain is like recording the amount of minutes that I spend on the iPhone and then I'm like, oh wait, it's been a lot of minutes, like in energy, not in like conscious thought though. Like it's like the energy is like hitting me of like you're just the type of person that's always on your phone, and I'm like, well, what else am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to have a life? Where was I supposed to go shopping for one of those? Like, doesn't work. It doesn't make sense. I'm like, what was I supposed to have? Like something else other than my life? Like, and I'm over here like if I'm just scrolling on TikTok, I'm like, this is my productivity time, because half of the videos I'm gonna see are like the news or like something crazy that I don't know about yet, or like teaching me something. That's how I feel, even though I'm on the normal side of TikTok. I don't go on the STEM side of TikTok, because even though I did for like literally like 1 or 2 times, it was so boring and it went over my head. So I was like, this isn't even about me. Like, I don't know what's going on. But of course the news is so about me. It's not, but like it feels like it is, because we're all living this like global story together. So I was like, okay, like that matters. Yeah, it's kind of the vibe. Do you guys hear that? The chaos. Really, it's giving me a headache. I don't know why. Like everyone's just holding their horn on the car. Like, calm down, you didn't die yet. Like, so excited for nothing. Like, I don't know. That sounded so dark. I don't mean it like that, but like, it's too late. Wow. Yeah, so I kind of made up the idea, like if you're constantly involved with technology and you are making your third eye or your sacral chakra so strong, I think it works with both, because you're going to have more complex technology if your sacral chakra is what influences you to have it the most, but you have to use both or it's just not going to exist. because you have to be creative enough to design it yourself, because you can't just get it from somebody. It's not like somebody hands it to you. You have to make it yourself. So you have to be so strong. And you actually would, like I was gonna say, like how to know if you have it, like you don't, because you'd have to literally, without a phone, be able to sit here and like without putting any objects in your hand or putting things together, you'd have to like be able to go like that, and now there's a phone in your hand like instantly, like within like 3 seconds, right? Within 5 seconds you'd have to be like this, and then there would be like a phone in your hand, you know what I mean? Without somebody putting anything in your hand, like no loopholes to that, like, you know what I mean? You have to actually, like, it would be like a piece of glass, just like no other ingredients really, unless you had like a more strong sacral chakra. You could be like so creative that you start like putting details and giving it more functions. And it's like, I think that's how you would like create your technology, like how you boost the creative aspect of like what it exists as. But in order for it to be strong and like not get messed up, not have any flaws, whatever it is, I don't know, for some reason I have no idea, but I'm sure you can think of what I mean by that. But like for it to be able to be physical matter, it has to be so strong, otherwise it wouldn't exist, or it'd be like water or mashed potatoes or something, right? You like glass, even actual glass, I think, I don't really know, but I think it comes at like different levels of like how strong it is, maybe how thick it is, I don't really know, I don't know, but you get what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like, you know, your sacral chakra is what you need for it to be complex, interesting, cool. And the third eye is like, how strong is it? Did it break? Did it disappear? Were you able to create it again after the first time? Or do you just have to think about the memory of it? You know, or is it physically real? Did it turn out as water? Is it just a piece of glass, or does it have other functions? And then like the sacral chakra would be like, oh, like it has this type of, like this font text. But then the third eye is like, does it have text? Is it strong enough to, when you read the text, is it in the same language you understand? Like that. Anyway, that's all I'm gonna do for this video. I just wanted to tell you guys how I feel about technology. Like, yeah, we obviously have this technology, but I just made up the idea that now I kind of believe it. It's how I think it would work. So I hope you guys will like it. Anyway, yeah, so the thing is, nobody on this planet, unless they would literally have that, and they'd have to literally be able to prove it, or they just don't. Because there's no reason, if they had that, those people want to be as flashy as possible, and they don't care if other people are gonna find out they have it, because in order to be able to put that together, they're not suppressing like the sacral chakra, like they want everyone to find out. The third eye, like they're strong enough that like they could protect themselves anyway at that level, so they want people to find out, and they're strong enough that they could protect themselves, so they don't really care. Like it wouldn't be like, oh, like, you know what I mean? It would be like they would just show you. So because of that, I just don't think there's anybody on the planet who would be strong enough to do that. But I think somebody's soul could become strong enough to do that if they stayed here for like 8,000 years in one lifetime. You get what I'm saying? Like 8,000 years straight in one lifetime. And it's like nobody could survive that long. Your body would die. But that's why I have this theory. I have that theory that like if you can make your like relationship with your technology you actually have stronger, then it actually isn't that bad, because it just gives you more of that type of energy that you could use in the future on a different planet if you wanted to stay there for like 8,000 years in one body and try to do that. I think it's like an endeavor you could have if you wanted to, but I just don't think anybody on Earth could ever be strong enough to do that. But I also think there's like way less evolved planets. So I feel like there's planets where they're just like hunter-gatherer, like people who, you know, make their own clothes out of their version of a cow and hand stitch it together, and that's all they ever do in their lives, and they have to chase or collect their own food and create weapons by hand and live their life. And they're just never gonna eat tacos or anything. They're just gonna have that kind of life, you know? Like, that's how I see the vibes being. That's how I see the vibes being. So, yeah. Anyway, I love you guys. Bye.